Check out 3 possible punishments Igboho may face as Buratai pushes for his deportation to Nigeria. A Yoruba activist called Sunday Adeyemo, aka Sunday Igboho, may be unlucky to be deported back to Nigeria by Benin Republic, according to new indications that have emerged. Igboho has been facing trial in that country after he was arrested and as he was plotting to fly to Germany. Now new charges have been filed against Igboho, and after considering the possible punishments he could face there, it appears Benin Republic may refer to deport him back to Nigeria since he is wanted by the Nigerian government led by President Muhammadu Buhari. Surprise, surprise, surprise. This absolutely does not have Nigeria written over it. I mean, what is actually stopping Benin Republic from actually going further with the charges? What is stopping them from doing that? What is stopping them from doing that? Of course, that would also obviously show Igboho and he'd be in Benin Republic. But obviously, the Nigerian government obviously wanting him, and these people would do anything that they can to get somebody like Igboho back. So this is not surprising. They don't want to, hand over. Just all of a sudden, they're like, you know what? Let's just send him back to Nigeria since he's wanted anyway by the Nigerian government. According to a report by The Punch, there are 3 possible punishments for Igboho if found guilty of the charges pressed against him. This was disclosed by an inside source who works with the Interpol Bureau. This article sets out to discuss these 3 possible punishments Igboho may face, even as the Nigerian government takes serious efforts through its ambassador to Benin Republic, of course, Toko Buratai, to get him deported. This obviously laughable. I mean, what experience, what justification, what does Toko Buratai have to be an ambassador to Benin Republic? I mean, it's just so convenient. Look at her, of all the positions he could have, of everything he could have at this specific time where, Igboho has, he's facing charges in Benin Republic. Look at the person that they want to be as an ambassador to represent him in Benin Republic, Toko Buratai. He was in the military, and someone who's just this just reeks of corruption, really. The first possible punishment for Igboho if found guilty is deportation. Not gonna lie, he's gonna get deported, probably gonna be banned from Benin Republic or whatever on his passport. Really and truly, no offense to Benin Republic, but it's not gonna hurt in the future. I mean, I can expect Benin Republic turns into a first world country where it's a high demand place for work, innovation, everything, technology, fine. But really, actually, Igboho is not gonna cry about that. So that's not really gonna pinch him. The second punishment is that Igboho could be fined. If anything, the man deserves compensation. Excuse me. Look at the destruction they did to his house. But here it says, but those who understand the way the law works will know that it is only on rare occasions, and if it is a minor offense, the offender will be given the punishment of a fine alone. But then on what grounds would he get fined? Because for the deportation, you understand, he went into the country, even though in West Africa and you're going through countries, I mean, you don't really need a visa to go to countries in West Africa with the ECOWAS and all that. I guess it was through illegal means, which I'm like, okay, let's not pretend like as if, these people are tight on their borders. Okay, come on. Igboho may be imprisoned. That's the third punishment. Really and truly, the man does not deserve a punishment. I read the article one time where I think his lawyer basically, described him, well, by law actually, international law and like normal law. His case is, referred to as someone who's a prisoner of conscience, which means someone who can be attacked, arrested, or put in custody for fighting for their beliefs. And in this case, that is basically what is happening to him. So technically, the circumstances in which he had to flee, keyword flee, escape, run away, these words insinuate that there was danger, which there was danger because 2 people were killed at his residence. That is enough justification for that. So yes, from that alone, that there should be some sort of grace or some sort of consideration for the kind of punishment they want to give him, because really and truly all this does not even make sense. So yeah, I mean, the 3 punishment is deportation, fine, which is highly likely. They could all happen at the same time, really and truly. But yeah, obviously this is very much sad. However, it may not relate, but it would just be that in upcoming weeks, the case of Hush Puppy and Abakari would take over, and for a while, Nigerians may just take a break, or in fact, completely just forget about this whole case that is going on with Igboho. Yeah, let's look at the comment section. Somebody else says, you better leave this guy. Igboho made a mistake of leaving his international passport behind when DSS invaded his house. I mean, how could he? There were gunshots everywhere. I do not even think your first thing would be your passport, which is funny because at Benin Republic, when they actually held him, apparently he was seen, or in his possession he had a Nigerian and a German passport. So I'm like, did he get a new passport? But actually, in the time gap where Igboho actually escaped, at that time he was still in Nigeria but just unknown. Federal government were giving out orders every single day at each border point saying, if you see this man, report him, grab him, order. And then they actually released his passport number, which means that they must have gotten access to it. Or in fact, just typing his name up, I guess in the database they'd find his number. I laugh at that, about the database. But yeah, so the mistake of leaving his passport behind, his life is a priority right here. And yeah, and I think this is how Benin Republic could have used this in a way, because really and truly, it can go both ways for Benin Republic. Benin Republic could have used this as a way to make themselves known as some of people who stand for human rights, in terms of understanding that he's a prisoner of conscience, and if they actually took into consideration that he had to flee for his life, meaning would you say refugee? Well, technically a refugee in a way, or whatever, fugitive, refugee. I guess that's the right description. I guess everything is fine then, and then to the world, Benin Republic will still get very much a lot of attention for actually having him. But I guess the only thing they can't do is to bring him back to Nigeria, because that'd be, go back to square one. But really and truly, Benin Republic rendered themselves, what's the words? Unproductive, fruitless. I'm trying to be respectful with the words, because really and truly, it's also convenient. I mean, the ambassador to Benin Republic from Nigeria took a Buratai. Imagine. What else? Things are just not even looking, they're just too convenient. All of a sudden, the man that had no charges for up to a week, the time where he's meant to face the court, they are faced with new charges in which they don't even see it through. All of a sudden, very much convenient, they decide, let us hand him over to the Nigerian government since he's wanted there anyways. How can you not see through to what you've started? Put what you think about this in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe.